Hey guys, welcome back to, something a little different. Thankfully, you guys liked me enough to let me come back to do another video, so I'd like to say thanks for all of the support, guys. But, to clear things up, I've seen some of you in the comments calling me Hyphen or Hyphen Gaming. No, I'm Alex, or I'm Blaine, and my channel's Hyphen Gaming. There's a difference. Let's start this video off with a question. Have you ever wanted to, I don't know, control the air? There's flight control, which is actually pretty fun, and then there's air control. While it's not exactly new, there's a lot of things I want to say about this game. So, with that exposition out of the way, I present air control in 1,000 words. Yeah, I know, internet warrior and all that noise. This is actually important though. This game in itself reveals major things about human nature as we know it. And I'm not even kidding. We'll get there in a bit though. Air Control was released on Steam in May, and released a few days earlier on Groupies, a site where you can buy high quality games in bundle. I should know, that's where I get all of my games from. Let's look at the game. The main menu showcases a lovely screen of a plane crashed in the ocean next to some peaceful fish swimming around. Just a little foreboding, isn't it? Thankfully, you can experience firsthand what it's like to be in a cataclysmic event, as whenever you move the mouse, the whole screen around you moves as well, leaving you feel like you actually just walked out of a plane crash. Air Control has 3 different modes built into it. There's casual mode, realistic mode, and killjoy mode. Casual mode is actually kind of a fucking train wreck, following the story of 3 airline leaders who met in the middle of the void who apparently curse mortals to suffer through their trials. Do you know what does it mean? You know, I don't. As you already know, the game looks great, plays great, and they clearly spent a lot of time on quality assurance. But the main game is where this story really earns its stars. The tasks you are faced with range from almost meaningless to straight up killing a dude serious extremes. So there's a lot of shit to go over. Basically, some of the missions involve having to deliver drinks to people, escaping planes after plane crashes multiple times, and there's also some sections where you get to fly plane, which are actually fun compared to the rest of the game, but they last for like 10 seconds. There's also repair sections where you get to see the plane completely unharmed after a total failure. After going through that, the game ends up repeating itself. It never really expected you to get that far without the game crashing or you giving up, or it's supposed to mean a metaphorical relationship to Sisyphus. Casual mode part 2 is basically the same thing. Like, they ripped all the missions and everything, it's just that they split it up into 2 in case you wanted to skip first half of this game, I guess. Then there's realistic mode, which looks a lot nicer than casual mode, even though it's still not exactly eye candy. Let me show you something. This is the sound that plays at the very beginning of the realistic mode.
Welcome aboard, and thanks for flying with us. We're committed to making your flight safe and comfortable.
Right, alright, and from 2008, here's a Delta Airlines video.
Welcome aboard, and thanks for flying with us. We're committed to making your flight safe and comfortable. So before we depart, we'll be showing a brief safety presentation. This information can help you if there's an emergency.
Yeah, you notice something weird about those? Yeah, stolen assets aside and everything, there's not a lot to do, except for walk around at the speed of a turtle and close doors that were already closed. And I can't even tell what the fuck Killjoy mode is supposed to be. Awful game, right? Well, that's not all. A couple of months ago, there was this whole big fiasco about how bad the game was, about how the developers were trying to make excuses for it, and apparently, the game is made almost entirely out of stolen assets. And that's all true. Developers actually went into the Steam reviews and blamed one guy's PC for saying it looks like shit, and they made almost nothing themselves, and basically told everyone in the gaming world to go fuck themselves. But this game is actually a lot more than that. How deep does the rabbit hole go? Here's the thing. This game's actually one huge social experiment. It's designed to make the user loathe it. There's the major things, like how it looks like the game didn't even try, how it blatantly thanks your money at one point, how it stole everything it put into the game. And then there's the little things, like how the mouse doesn't lock, so you're always faced with text, or else you click off the screen all the time, or how the dialogues are so bad they're funny. This game was specifically crafted to gain as much negative buzz as possible. People have to tell their friends about how bad it is, and their friends tell their friends about how bad it is, and then assholes like me put it on their YouTube channels and they end up getting more sales. These developers are actually geniuses. This game showcases some of the most important aspects of human nature by abusing the system. That's all I had to say about Air Control. I'll let you decide if they're con men or psychologists, but you have to admit, no one else has had the audacity to do this. Other games like Ride to Hell Retribution, those were an accident. The one thing that I'm still confused on is why games like The Stomping Lands got removed when Air Control is still on. Guess it has something to do with public outcry, because thankfully, you can still buy Air Control for a nice $4.99, even though I wouldn't recommend it. Hey, thanks for watching this video. This wasn't exactly a review, and it talked a bit more about the implications of the fragility of human nature, but that doesn't matter, right? Anyways, I'd like to address a couple of comments. A lot of you left really nice comments last video, so thanks for boosting my ego for a while. I want to talk about one that NewShot18 said. The main part of the game is the multiplayer, which you didn't even mention it. Yeah, to his credit, the multiplayer's pretty great. I should have talked about that. Just remember, I'm not flawless. I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to figure things out, so just bear with me for a bit. NewShot18, thanks for your comment. That actually helps a lot. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to let us know in the comments, as always. Share it with your friends, leave a like, and you can always check out my channel. I can now say I upload videos every day. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you later.